So here's the Skinny on Project Giddy-Up to date. It's been tested by Angus Fogg to find any issues. It went to CTB Performance to find any power.
Starting point, it's nothing too impressive.
The suspension was sorted by stocks.
Well, the best shock we think for this sort of purpose is Coney, because basically you have adjustability with the Coney split with dampening adjustment.
Race brakes solved the stopping problems.
There are pads that do road work and track work, yes, but we want to go higher up the food chain.
And now the car is at Mozel's Panel and Paint getting its awesome makeover. But there is still so much to be done. Well, this is yet another segment in Project Giddy-Up, and this time it's the really important part, because they can do all they want with the engine, they can do all they want with the bodywork and the tyres and the suspension and the brakes, but if the power doesn't get to the back wheels, we're in a whole lot of trouble. There's two segments to that, one being the transmission, the other one being the differential. This part, we're at the gearbox factory, we're talking the transmission. I'm with Steve, and Steve, there is a lot to a transmission. They are highly technical pieces of equipment. They take a lot of stress, they take a lot of power, and they can fail. And you've already told me that this standard gearbox is generally not up to the task straight away.
Probably not Ford's finest work. Anybody who's ever paid the transmission repair bill for a Ford Explorer or a Ford Ranger will be familiar with what we're working with.
So this is in the Mustang. That's not the best of news, but things can be worked around. There are compromises like all the other parts of the machine. We're compromising, aren't we?
That's right, yeah. So the aftermarket has worked with the transmission to improve its durability, shift quality, longevity, that type of thing.
Okay.
Basically you're dealing with something that's, for example, to our customers, that's the input shaft, which is quite light duty.
All that's going through this?
All the power's going through that. Just as a comparison.
It doesn't seem right.
No. That would be a Turbo 400, which is probably something that our people are more familiar with. So that's virtually double the size of the input.
And you hear about the Turbo 400 all the time, so look at that. You can see it straight away, can't you? So there's our issue. Now, we're not going to put a Turbo 400 in, and we're not going to put a big shaft like this in, obviously, right? So we're getting rid of that. That's not going in. So what does that mean? I mean, you've already stripped it. In fact, let's go to that point first. You have already stripped down this transmission, and you found some things wrong, courtesy of Angus Fogg. Yes, we are going to blame Angus Fogg for this. What was wrong with it?
So it's obviously had quite a bit of heat through it. You can see with the colour of the bands, colour of the clutches. These clutches would have
So this is bad. This black is bad.
Yeah, that's discoloured, and you can see the heat cracking on it.
Okay, all right. Well, let's try. Look at this. See, heat cracking. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but trust us, there is heat cracking in here. Okay, that's not good. Right now, what exactly is that doing?
That's the band that holds the drums for your change of gear.
You know, I was thinking about getting right into how automatic transmissions work, but we just don't have 5 weeks to have it all explained. But an automatic is basically doing whatever we do manually, but automatically, so it has a clutch in, and that's what you're saying. These are gone too. So these bits.
These clutches would have started off a nice biscuity colour.
Right.
And as you can see, they've had quite a bit of heat through them. They've discoloured, just past their use by date. At some point in quite recent future, Angus has managed to throw the thrust washers out of the overdrive plan. It said he may not have used overdrive. Certainly hope not at Hampton Downs, but at some point it's thrown the washers out of there and jammed up in the...
Oh, that's bad. Okay, here's another little bit of vision for you there. See that bronze stuff in there? Bad. Bad Angus. Naughty Angus. Even if it's not his fault. No, we're going to blame him, aren't we? Okay, so we know we got bad, but you're going to make good.
We fit special bronze bushes into the case.
These here?
Yep.
We can touchy-feely?
Yep.
Okay, nice brand new bushes.
So these cases are all reamed to fit these oversized bushes.
Okay.
3 times the life of the normal repair.
Right, so you're grunting those parts up.
Yep.
Right, what next?
Okay, so all those clutch plates that we looked at previously,
yes,
they were replaced with a high energy clutch and band package.
Right.
This will improve both durability and shift quality. So what we're looking for is an improvement in shift quality.
So when you see those ones over there, and these are nice,
yep,
and if I grab one of those ones over there, not so nice. We can obviously see the difference.
Yep.
Is it just this material here that does all that work?
That's right.
And that makes a difference. So a different material
Yep.
is going to get us a better transmission.
It'll give you shift feel, improvement in shift feel.
Shift feel, we like that.
Yeah.
And now I can actually go to the track with Angus and say, so how is the shift feel, Angus?
right.
And he'll just look at me and go, you've got no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so we'll carry on. So that's our clutch and our,
Yep.
what did you
And
call
our
these
bands.
again? Bands.
Yep,
Our
that's bands.
bands.
Once
well,
again, different
you can tell.
material,
Okay.
slightly reinforced around the struts. Ford had a bit of a problem with them actually breaking the struts off the end of the band.
Okay.
So that has improved around there. So yeah, the
See?
strength.
That's why we've come to you. You know these things.
I've seen plenty of them.
Okay, and a box of bits.
Bits and pieces here. Once again, this is a package that our suppliers help us with.
Okay.
Improvement for competition muscle cars, heavy towing, that type of thing. Obviously taxis that do huge mileage.
Yep.
That's once again just a small package of valves to enhance shift quality and also improve on the performance of the lube circuit. So we
Right.
don't get that type of problem that we looked at with the overdrive planet set.
So just these tiny little things are going to make all the difference.
Yep. So those bits and pieces go into what's called the valve body.
Now, that part always impresses me in an
Yeah.
automatic transmission, this valve body thing, because basically, as far as I'm aware, an automatic transmission works off hydraulic pressure, isn't that right, basically?
Correct, yep.
Okay, and that's what it's doing. There's oil going all over the
Yep.
place, all the time.
And that's controlled by the computer. So the computer's looking at road speed from the vehicle speed sensors,
Yes.
which is in the back of the case there.
Okay,
Looking at road speed, looking at throttle position.
all right. Looking at everything.
Yeah, the modern computers are actually looking at the way the driver drives as well. So if he drives around gently around town, softens it all up to make it drive nicely. If he's on the track like Angus will be, it ramps the pressure up.
I'm pretty sure we're not handing the keys back to Angus. It's just wrecking things. Okay, now down here, now this, I know does not belong inside a transmission,
Nope.
but you're doing something special here.
That'll go into the car. So we'll use the best possible semi-synthetic fluid that we can use with this transmission.
Yes.
And the secret to it is keeping the temperature out of it.
Okay, so you're going to cool
So
it down.
that's what that'll do. That'll put that in the front. That'll run in the loop
Okay.
on the transmission. Full throw through that.
We need that.
Yep.
It looks pretty, so we need
It
it.
is. It's a good package. That, and it's got a fan built onto it,
All right.
so that can be wired up with a thermostat. Once
And
the temperature
obviously,
starts to come
you can
up.
put these into any kind of car you want.
Absolutely. Yep.
Specifically, we're putting it in our Project Giddy-Up because, well, it just needs it. So that's a Drivetrain unit, very nice. And the final bits, come and have a look at these over here. Come here, because this stuff here is just as important, isn't it? What have we got?
This is the torque converter.
Right, this is important.
Yep.
Big
and this
part.
is a modern lock-up style torque converter with a lock-up plate.
Okay.
Once
Explain the
again,
difference. Why, when you say modern, old ones not like that.
Yeah, basically your old turbo 400s didn't have torque converter lockup. Then now torque converter lockup become about just in the hunt for economy.
Okay.
So that desire to get economy so the Americans sell the vehicles. So
Okay.
really that's what that's all about, and that's just to lock up the torque converter.
All right, well, we're quite happy with that. So basically, the rundown is we've got a transmission that's not really up for the job
To a point.
to a point. A point of if we want to push it. It's perfect for around town doing our shopping, even possibly little track days.
Yeah.
Yep, things like that. But if we really wanted to hammer this thing out
It's
on
not
the
a
circuit,
hard out drag racing transmission, absolutely
right,
not.
okay. So that's why we've seen a bit of wear and tear. Plus, of course, it's age because it's not a brand new machine. But you are going to upgrade to make it better to do what we want to do. There's no point dropping in a turbo 400,
No,
as you say.
ruin the car, wouldn't it? So.
I like the way you think, and that's why we've come here to the Gearbox Factory, and that's why Steve's onto it. You see, it's all part of keeping everyone happy, mainly me, and a little bit of Angus Fogg, and we'll let you know how it goes once it's all put back together. Apparently, I'm not allowed to touch it. We'll have more for you soon. Project Giddy-Up.